welcome back to my channel. Today I'm kind of patting in. I went ahead and excuse me, primed my face with the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 spray. I love that for priming my face, especially when I'm going to try a new foundation, because you've guessed it, we are going to try the Tarte foundation today. And the color range has been a big controversy, and I will tell you, not just for our dark skin girls, not saying me too, but me too. I couldn't get the right color. The shade range I got, this is the matte formula, and I got that in Fair Light Neutral, and this is the dewy hydrating one. I got this in Porcelain. I've already kind of checked them out. This is the matte, and this I feel is a little, actually, you know what, that's not bad. It looked a little too dark for me, but I'm not liking this at all. At all. This dries very fast, so let's go ahead and try this out. I'll go ahead and review the matte one today, but because I wanted to do one side and the other, but I'll show you here in a second. This does dry very fast. I don't think I can put these two next to each other and look even vaguely. Well, you know what? Let's try it. I think this is a lot lighter though. Yeah, see how much lighter that is? I probably can mix them. I wonder how it would be to mix them together. Actually, that's not that bad. This is just to give you guys an idea. I did have a little bit remaining on here, not really much. But to give you guys an idea, let me use my hand just to kind of blend this out. Oh, actually, I have this new little brush here, this new little sponge here. Let me wipe it off. And this is the Juno and Company. It is called the, where is it? Juno and Company Fusion Sponge. And what it is, it's like, almost like a velour. It's very cool. Let's see how that blends out. That's not too bad. I don't really like how it's too light to put next to each other, and this just oxidized so dark. But to give you guys an idea, it's not bad. I think if I mixed them together, I would have a decent, you know what, I would. Look at that. I think I would have a decent color. But to give you guys an idea, that is the matte, but it has a lot of life to it, which I'm very surprised. So let's do this. I have it kind of half and half already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix these guys together. I'm going to put a little much on here just because I want to make sure it mixes good. I need to hurry. That does dry fairly quickly, but it dries to almost a satiny finish. I'm not going to put a whole lot of this. Well, yeah, I am. I'm going to go ahead and half this, because that just, it oxidized, and it doesn't look like the other one's going to oxidize. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use the brush, and I'm going to go ahead and mix them together right on my face. How about that? Oh, that's not bad. That was a little bit much to put on there, but I would rather mix too much and have to wipe a little off than, yeah, I'm going to have to wipe a little off, than to not make enough and try to mix the color again. I'm just going to pull a little bit off here. It's not too bad, but when this brush doesn't like to be caked up with foundation. That I will tell you. I've cleaned it once already now, and it just works so much. There we go. So much more flawless when it's just got a small amount of foundation in it. So I didn't want to cake it up. Oh, there we go. That's much better. And I'm liking the finish to it. It's giving me more of a satiny finish, which honestly, I think that matte isn't like a real flat. You know, some mattes are really flat. I hate getting that in the corner of my mouth. Some mattes are just very flat and very dry looking, and I'm not getting that from here. I'm getting kind of a satin, especially now mixing it in with this. It's looking very pretty. Yeah, it's not looking bad at all. I wonder if this will build a little better. Let me let this set for a second and see how this is going to oxidize. And we'll talk about some of the other products. And we'll go back to this in a second. I got it kind of kicked up here. I hope this dries. Yeah, let me look away for a minute because I'll keep messing with it. But I got a few other products here to try out. And I'm really excited. I have been wanting to try this, which I should have went with the lighter color, because I got this Lancome powder. I've heard nothing but good things about this. This is the Absolute powder, and it is a radiant smoothing powder, and it's supposed to really help bring life back to your face. I do like to set my foundation with powder. Sorry, I'm cleaning this brush out a little here because I feel like I just got too much foundation up in it. Sorry. I like to set my foundation with powder, but I don't like that dry, cakey look. I don't think any of us do. And I get that a lot. And it just, to me, ages the bejesus out of my skin. And it just... You ever put your makeup on, you feel like you look better without it? I get like that. I think we all do, though. You know, it's just part of being a woman. And, you know, there's such a stigma on women and makeup and just all that crap. And it's not right. But, all right. Let me see if I can build this up a little bit. I'm going to come in. What is this one? This is the... Okay. I'm just going to do one cheek first. I'm going to come in here. Well, no. Let me go ahead and do it before. I'm going to do 2 dots of that. I'm going to lighten it up because the powder that I'm using, I think, may be a little dark. I'm going to put 1 dot of this. 1 here and 1 here. And let me just do... I don't want to get too much on here, but there we go. I did clean all the foundation off of my brush just for this reason, because I want to try to build this back up and I have to mix it. So there we go. Let me get that mixed up here. Perfect. There we go. Oh yeah, it builds nice. It was looking a little streaky at first, and I think that's mainly because I was mixing it on my skin and I was a little heavy-handed at first with it and wiping it off like that. And that matte, oh yeah, it's looking nice. I don't even think I'll have to set this, to be quite honest with you, but I wanted to try that powder. But I really don't. I don't want to look too cakey. I always, right in here and right around my mouth, just wind up looking very cakey to myself, I think. And I hate that little piece of my nose that hangs down. I always have to make sure to get it because it comes out red looking if I don't. Next to such pretty foundation. You know, it's sad because this is a good foundation. And if you're familiar with Tarte, one thing about Tarte's foundations, they do make sure that they are good for your skin. So you're not just good for looks-wise. They do help with vitamins and minerals and whatnot to your skin. So it's not real fair that not everybody can try this, but I will tell you that the shade range, yes, it doesn't go but 2 in the darker colors, but even though the lighter colors look like there's a lot, the shade range is not, it's not all that great. I mean, look at this is Stila, and they don't even have, I don't know if this is all of them. There's 15 shades here, but look at the range that they go. Look at this. There are, I think they have 30 shades in Huda. I mean, you know, we're in a very diverse world, and it's not fair that just because of the color of your skin that you can't wear some of the new makeup. You can't do this or you can't do that. You know, there's already enough stigma behind, you know, our looks, our age, you know, even down to, I know a lot of recovering addicts that will suffer, unfortunately, the rest of their life because they either became a convicted felon or, you know, lost a good job or, you know, something to do with their addiction. And it's not fair. None of it is. But, you know, people change. And actually, I don't want to say people change because people don't necessarily change. People improve. Because you never change who you are. You're always the core person that you've always been. You know, your basic personality never changes, just your values and whatnot does. There we go. It's not too bad. I'm just feeling like it's a little heavy, but I did use both of them together. So this is the hydrating, and the way you tell is the hydrating has a blue, and this one, the matte, has a purple. So I'm actually going to put them back in the box. I am so bad about keeping stuff in boxes. I have like, I think it's like the secret hoarder in me. It just looks better when you put stuff away like that. Anyway, let's get to this. I am dying to try this. This is that Lancome powder that I mentioned, and it's supposed to be luminous, but it is, I got, what shade did I get here? This was what they called the lightest shade. That is pretty dark. Let's see what I can do with it. I'm scared. I'm a little scared. I'm gonna come in pretty light right here and just get a little bit on there. I'm gonna come over here. Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it was gonna be a little darker than that. It's not too bad. There we go. But I am gonna be very, very light-handed with this because even though it's supposed to be a luminous powder, as we know, I don't go real big on the powders. The areas that I like to set mainly are my cheeks and my forehead. And if you watch, I kind of take it and I will pat it into those areas and then just pat it around into the others. Making sure I get in between my little wrinkles and my little folds in my skin. I like to take it and pick it up like this and then pat it off on the back of my hand. There we go. And the reason why you see me dab that is because, especially with a luminous foundation, if it's not set on there, actually that is gorgeous. That powder, I don't know if you can see, just really gave it a nice set to it where you can tell I put powder, but it doesn't look super cakey or heavy. It's hard. I got a new studio light, by the way. I gave in and I got a ring light which is down here somewhere. I haven't hooked it up in here yet. I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm not really big on looking right into it, I think I'm gonna mount it up here so it'll give me a lighting from this way and a lighting from that way, and then from here is where I'll have more of my natural light so I can still show you guys the differences, because I just don't see showing you everything in, you know, bright studio lighting, because what's that going to tell you? You know, you don't have bright studio lighting. God, this is almost blurring my skin. You can see I have a lot of texture to my skin, but it's almost from a distance, it almost kind of blurs it and just kind of gives it back life. Yesterday, I don't know if you guys watched my video, but I did my video. And next time I do that, guys, yell at the screen. I forgot to do my brows. I went out, got halfway down my street, looked up and went, oh my God. So now, from now on, I'm going to remember to do my brows immediately after my foundation, because I won't forget that way. I remember there was a time when I could not do my brows for nothing. It looked like a kid literally took a crayon and drew on my face. Literally like this. It looked terrible. I don't want to ruin the thing, but I mean, it literally looked like a kid took it like a marker. There you go, like a marker. It's awful. You know, if you're having a hard time doing your brows, just remember what I say about go across the bottom in light sweeping motions. I'm not putting any pressure. If you tend to put more pressure, hold back from here, you know, back out. The farther back you hold on the pencil or the brush or whatever you use, the less pressure you can actually apply. If you pick up a brush, try to write your name from out here, and then try to write your name from here with a pen, with a brush, with a pen. And you'll see what I'm talking about, how it forces you to not put so much pressure. How it's like with scissors. I was a dog groomer for many years, and I hand scissor on dogs. And what that is you use a pair of scissors to do the entire haircut. It's not as easy as it sounds. And we had to take the scissors and practice, you know, cutting up against the table, back and forth like this on the edge. And what that taught us is not to bounce our hand like this when we cut. And that's kind of what I implied with makeup, with some of my techniques of holding brushes. You see, I even hold this way out, because just like with the scissors, it's how you hold them really controls what is going on. I have got this hair. I need a pair of scissors. You ever get one hair that just, this hair is crazy. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't like to pull them, so I'm just going to, there we go, much better. These are like packing scissors. God, I'm terrible. Okay, that is the new powder. Now, I have been dying for this thing. I think I mentioned this on here about getting it, and I'm so excited. This is the Tarte. God, I'm so thirsty. Let me pause this real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I usually bring a drink in here, and I was talking, and I had to grab my tea. I am an unsweet tea addict. I'm not real big on the sugar in it. I got to be careful with my sugar level because of the gastroparesis. My body tends to have a high sugar level anyway. But on to, isn't that the cutest little thing? This came in here in the powder. Okay, the Tarte. This was a limited edition blush palette. They look a lot bigger online than they are. You see, they're about 2 fingers wide, like an inch tall. But look at the colors in there. Are those not pretty? And this is like the prettiest highlight down here. I think the one I'm going to go into today, I don't like the real pinky tones. This is Allure. You ever, I always use Party, and the other real popular color is, oh my gosh, and no, not Endless. Can't remember. But a few of these are more shiny, more satiny looking. This is more of a highlight right here. And this is more of a highlight. That's more of a pink tone highlight. That's more of a gold tone. I think I'm going to go with this color here, and it's called Skillful. Let's try this one right here. I usually do my bronzer and whatnot first, but this palette was sitting right here and I was dying to. And that is pretty. I really wanted to get like a good view of it, you know, and I wanted to get it nice and blended in. I have a lot of red tones to my skin, and I hate putting more red into my skin. So I wanted to try doing that first, but hence why I did that. But you know, makeup doesn't have any rules, so why should we add any now? You just do basically what feels good on you, and I am loving this. This is kind of turning into a Tarte day, and I didn't want it to, but it kind of is. But this, ever since I got this, and this brush, I love this brush. Oh, I got a new brush. Juno & Co. I got this beautiful, look at how long, this contour brush. And I think this was $3.50. Crazy. It's beautiful. Let's try this. I'm going to go, like I always do, into Princess Cut. Just going to do that. And then I kind of, if you watch, I bring it on this butt of it. And I like to pick it up right on that edge and come in like that. So that way I can, right in that hollow of that cheek. See, there we go. Oh, this brush is nice. It is so soft. It is really soft. And I like to get just a little bit up on the full bulk of it because, like right now, it's daytime. It is, I think it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. And I'm going to run to the grocery store, and I don't want to look like I'm chiseled like a statue, but I do want to have, I like to have my contour because I don't like my round face. So I'm going to just dab in that, and I'm going to come right here. Now the way I do this area, I did it a little dark just now to show you. When I tap in here, and I'll tap it off, the spot that I want to be cut in more, which is right in here, I just tap, and then I brush it in, and then I'll kind of feather it off. I like to come right in front of my ear and sweep it down, and then sweep down my neck. What I'm trying to do is, my jawline is kind of obstructed from this big chunk of fat right here, so I'm trying to chisel it back up to here. So, and I kind of over-exaggerated a little bit to pull it up even more. You see, I created that little shadow right there, and then you want to kind of blend it in. You know, I'm not a professional. You know, I do one thing I don't really talk about. I do work as a makeup artist, technically, because I help out with friends, with weddings and whatnot like that. And, you know, I have done a few odd jobs that have been in the makeup industry, I guess you could call it. It's been more in the fashion industry. I had a friend that was into doing these amateur fashion shows, and I would do all the makeup for her. So, and the other thing, I just, once again, I'm gonna see this is kind of like rounded off, and the bulk of it, the very center of the brush right here is the tallest, right there. So what I'm gonna do is I like to bump that right in the middle, just kind of pat it, and then I come up here, right up here, and that right here, I like to round off And what that does is it just takes away from the roundness of my face. I've already kind of done this side, so I can't show you so much. But it takes away from the roundness, plus my hair being a little over in that corner when it's down. It just takes away from that roundness. And I have learned, I got a new pair of sunglasses, and if you've seen them, they're the great big black ones. They are actually shaped this way on the sides, where they're wider here and they come like this. And I've noticed that they give this appearance to my face, which is like the perfect shape, I think, for my face. I don't think there's really, you know, there's no such thing. There's two words that I don't like. And the first one is perfect. And the second one is normal. Because normal and perfect are both, how would I say that? They are both by interpretation. There is no set definition of what perfect is of anything. And there's no set definition of what normal is. Because normal to you could be one thing, and normal to me, I just had a little bit of blush left on that, so came back in there. I'm not going to highlight it all. I've been trying to pull back away from that because I don't want too much cakey, powdery look to my skin. I will tell you though, this is the Juno, I think it had ES05. It's called their contour brush. I believe it was $3.50. I'm going to go back and order these. That is like, and it's a heavy, it's got some weight to it. It's a heavy little brush. And these are just beautiful, beautiful bristles. And it's so soft. I'm very, very much enjoying that. Which is, I normally don't like brushes that much. I haven't even done my eyes yet. I normally don't get this far. Okay, let's go in. Oh. How do I break the news to you guys? I am working on getting one of the 2017's best, hands down, palette ever made to give away. I went and I returned all the makeup that I bought that I didn't like, that didn't work for me, that was within the time of returning it, had it all put onto a gift card, and bought myself a palette. The Natasha Denona Lyle palette. This was $129. It broke my heart when the first one came in. It was broken, and they sent me another one. I had to return everything, put it on a gift card, order it offline, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I had to, the first one showed up, and 4 of the shades were broken, so, which is, I've sent back. And they sent me this one, a new one. I can't even get it open. They sent me this one, and I haven't even opened it. So let's pray that, actually, no, I take it back. I'm sorry, I did open it. I just watched a couple of these. I forgot this morning. Anyway, is she not pretty? She is so pretty. Don't buy the fake one. I'm telling you now, I bought one and they're horrid. Horrid. Let's open her up. Look at the colors in here. Now, if you like the, if you like purples and these kind of colors, you're going to love this. Now, if you want something like this, but can't afford it, which most of us can't, and I couldn't either, so I got the closest thing I could, and I'm going to show you these two next to each other. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if you, honestly, I think if you get this one, you would be okay not to get the other. This is the Violet Voss palette, okay, which are great, 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 wonderful, wonderful. And this is the Natasha Denona. Let me make sure. Can you see both? You see, they are so much. I'm trying to get them both in the thing. They are so very close with their kind of color schemes that honestly, I think if you get this, you don't really need this. it's very extra. But that is her right there. And I want to try her out today. I haven't even tried it. I may return it. You don't know. If it is that close to the Violet Voss palette that I think it is, I may return it, because $129, you don't really... And I have this color that's very similar, this duochrome right here, in a Makeup Geek shadow. So let's go in and try her. I'm going to go into this color here, and I'm going to kind of tap it up into there, because I think that's a little too warm right now. I have heard these are super... Oh my goodness, look at... And I'm like, I kid you not, I'm going very light. Look at the pigment. There's like nothing hardly on this brush. Look at that pigment. Oh my God. I think I'm keeping her. I am working on, hopefully, I'm saving up. Hopefully this week I can do it, but I really want to get another one of these. And I want to be able to give back. I would love to be able to give away one of these on my channel. And I was thinking if we can get to 2,500, maybe. It's a very expensive palette. Maybe I should get it a little higher. I don't know. I'm gonna set a number. I'm almost afraid to like put. Ooh, whoa! Look at, there's like, I have barely any pigment on there. Our product on there, but that, look at that pigment. Oh my God, I gotta darken this side. This can get away from you very, very quickly, girls, guys, people. I will tell you, because when you have something that is such pure pigment like this, it can get away from you very quick. And what I mean by get away from you, you don't realize that you have so much pigment on the brush, and you go to put it on, and it just, you end up with a black eye, looking like you had a black eye. These, look at how these blend out. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. This is like the best eyeshadow I've ever bought in my life. I'm not going to go crazy today. I'm just going to kind of do a transition color, and I was thinking just kind of a little bit, sweep one color on my lid. I don't know if I should go with this one or this one. I was gonna go kind of neutral, one of those two, or I could go in here. You know what, I'm gonna go in this. This is kind of a pinky, kind of orange. It's kind of a little bit of everything color. Let me get me a little brush here. I'm going to try this one right here. And I'm going to try this on the outer corner of my eye. Wow. And I barely, on purpose, barely put anything on there. Look at that. And that's dry. This is totally, totally dry. And I'm not getting any fallout. I'm going to do this on the outer. I'm doing it very light. Now you could get a lot of payoff with this doing it wet. I didn't even use a primer, eye primer. I just use my foundation for priming. So let me go ahead and dip my finger in that. Oh, and let's talk about the elephant in the room. I gave in, I got my nails done. They're so pretty. They are a purple color, and they have glitter in them that's actually encapsulated in them. There is no paint on my nails whatsoever. I got my nails done for many, many years, and I haven't had them on because of my back surgery and all the surgeries that I've had. They always tell you to remove one. I'm not walking around with 9 nails on, or one from each hand is what they've always told me. I'm not doing that. Look at that. That's like the prettiest kind of, it's almost like a salmon. It's hard to, I wish you could see this in person. It does no justice for it on there. Because I'm looking at in the monitor. I'm looking at it in the monitor, and it's totally, well, I don't know. You're getting the hot, it's like a hot pink, a brown, and an orange all in one shot. And I love orange. It's one color I absolutely love. I don't do a lot of makeup looks in it because they're so hard to really match anything. I'm not wearing this shirt, by the way. I'm gonna wear a black shirt. So, oh, this thing going on with YouTube, and I know you've heard probably a lot of the YouTubers that you guys watch that are smaller YouTubers about them getting demonetized and whatnot. That is awful. And you know, it's making people that already are struggling to even try to make $1, you know, because I think the minimum is $70. You have to, if you don't earn $70, you don't get paid anything. They'll just hold it until you finally get there. And they pay you every 2 months, I think. I don't know. I don't make enough to even think about it. I spend way more than I make off of here. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I want to do something a little different today. Oh, and the other thing, I had the color switch from Ulta for the eyeshadow, and it's just, I feel like it's tearing up my brushes. So I got the one from, this is from Juno & Co. I got theirs, and I believe this was $3.50 also. That's like the magic number, I think, on their website. But I got this. Much better. Look, I mean, you barely have to go in, and you see how it's taken the shadow off of there. Much better. The only thing, I never got a different one because I like the fact it was square, so I can sit it over in the corner here. Sorry, I needed a drink. I can sit over the corner here and it wouldn't move around. The round one's kind of awkward, but I think what I'll do is put it in the square lid from that one because it'll fit right in there and keep it from moving. Okay, now what am I going to do on that inner? I want to do something. I don't know if I want to. They've got this. Oh, this has got like a pink glitter in it. Let me swatch this one for you. Swatching never does anything justice, but oh, look at that. Can you see that? I'm so fair, and this is like a really fair. It's right there, and it's kind of, yeah, you can't really see it. It is a cream color with kind of a very light pink hue with very finely milled pinkish orange glitter that matches this shadow to a T. So I'm going to take that on my finger, and I'm just gonna, oh yes, yes, yes. I'm just going to dab that in there. Doing that face. There we go. That is so pretty. I think what I'm going to do, though, how many times can I say that today? I think what I'm going to do, is find a brush over here. So that might be a little too wet. I mean, too hard. This one's softer. I'm going to go in with this brush here. I'm going to grab my Fix Plus. Why is this foundation open? I'm going to go in with my Fix Plus lavender scent. Just kind of give it a few little squirts. I think that might be a little too much. And I'm going to come in that white color. I'm going to wet it and come in. Wow, there we go. There we go. It's still, I mean, it's, look at that. That's so pretty. I'm still being light-handed with it. I don't want to do it real super heavy. But, I mean, look at that. Give you a little more Fix Plus. A lot of times if you get it on the brush and then you like just spray it like once or twice and then come in, it almost like makes it like, there we go, like a cream. See how pretty? And I just swish it right across that little front like I always do. Alright, come across, and I'm just gonna right there because I want to make sure to give myself a nice open lid. There we go. This is so pretty. I could bathe in this. this is like my favorite colors are some of these like duochrome whites and just real pinky tone light kind of colors. I'm gonna also dab that right on the end of my brush, and I'm gonna get it right here on this inner corner. And if you watch, when I do my inner corner, I do a little C, and what I do is just, this brush is perfect for it because I can just kind of dab it, but you wanna kind of, you're making that look like it's like a little hole almost. And how you do that is come up a little bit, down a little bit, and kind of dab that middle. A lot of people will just put a dot. You don't want a dot there. That looks kind of silly. You want to, because you're accentuating your eye shape by doing that. And you can even, if your eyes are very, I don't know how to say it. If your eyes tend to look a little more closed and a little more inset, you can come in here a little bit more, up, not real high, but just one brush width up on the nose from the corner, and just kind of right there and right there, and see, it kind of gives you a little more inset, I guess you could say, eye. I'm not the perfect person to ask about anatomy, so I'm going to use the same color right here, just to very lightly. You don't want to put too much on the brow bone, because you don't want to come down too much, because you're going to accentuate that meaty part right here that is part of the hood. Because you don't want your eyes to look any more hooded than they are. That's why I come very close. Real close up there, and I stay right under. Just right, I didn't get any right there for some reason. I guess I didn't have any on the brush. There you go. See, come right under there, and that just accentuates that a little bit. But I love this palette. This is one of those ones, you know what I'm doing. I'm putting it right back in the box. I am so silly, guys. I'm sorry. I'm being so goofy today. You know, I'm having fun, so it is what it is. And let's use a little highlighter today. I'm gonna come in with my little fan brush. This is my #1 fan. I'm sorry, guys. I'm being goofy. Okay, this is the Too Faced, the Diamond Light. This is so pretty. It's almost like an opal. But it reminds me of a Cartier box. I think I've showed you guys this before. I was trying to stick to kind of first impressions, but that didn't work. See how I'm coming along the side and then just brushing that ever so lightly. Somebody asked me the other day, where do you decide where to put a highlighter? 1, put it wherever you want. 2, if you want to do it where it's meant to be done, you can feel where your cheekbone, that little top arch right there, your cheekbone, you want to come just a tiny bit. You don't want to come right at, if you have high cheekbones like I do, my cheekbone is like up here, but I have a plate in this one. So I come down like right here where the top of the cheek. What you're doing is right above you have your contour, you have your your bronzer over in here, then you have your blush, and then you have your highlight right above it. Because what you're doing is coming right above those, and I like the highlight right here because it just kind of helps shape that face a little bit, right on the tip of your nose. If you don't wear glasses, right here is a good spot. Of course, the Cupid's bow, and what that does is that kind of accentuates right there. Especially if you don't have real big lips like I don't. They're not real defined. You want to make sure to do that. I'm going to come in and put a little bit of, excuse me, whew, my favorite Sumatra Smashbox, my waterproof liner, always sharp. I love this thing. Which right now it's not always sharp. You just twist it once or twice, usually twice I do because I wear it down pretty bad, and it's sharp again. And this is in Sumatra, which is a kind of chocolate brown color. And I like to just come in and put this right along my waterline and kind of blend it into the lash line. Depending on what eye look I'm using is really what liner I use. I don't like to use black. I just think it's, for my face, it's just too bold. And brown just really makes my eyes pop. Got that a little below. I hate when I got it just a little outside of the waterline right here, and it's not looking right. So I'm going to blend it off with a Q-tip. There we go. And try to just come back here and even it up with the rest. I kind of wound up with a spot down in here that wasn't laying right, and I did not like it. Oh, I got another little thing to try today. I don't know what, something is irritating my throat, my chest. I'm not real sure. Where is it? This is L'Oreal Voluminous Originals, and I got this in the black and brown. I've been wanting to try a brown mascara, and the main reason why is you're always hearing about me using purples and browns and whatnot to help my eyes really pop that green. Well, I used a friend's mascara the other day, a new one, but she had a sample that was brown, and I tried it and I really liked it. So I wanted to go, I just went to Walgreens drugstore, and there was like none. I found this one behind like everything else. I like it. I kind of like it. Now, I don't know if you guys notice, you probably do, that I don't curl my eyelashes. I have super, super sensitive eyes, and how I do it is I'll pull them up like this and kind of blink my eye, and that just helps them kind of pull up. But those eyelash curlers, I've tried every different kind, and they are so barbaric. I even tried getting an eyelash lift where it's almost like they do a permanent on your eyelashes to make them curl up. They put this thing down and then they curl your eyelashes on it, and it's semi-permanent. It lasts about 2 months, but I am severely claustrophobic and I can't do it. I went in there, I laid down on the table, how you lay on like you would for a facial, which I have a hard time getting facials. I can't get facials. I've not found any kind of thing I can do like that because of being so claustrophobic that I start flipping out. I feel like I can't breathe. I just can't do it. So she laid me down, she put the things on my eyes, and she told me to close my eyes and relax. She walked out of the room to get everything ready, and before she could get back up in the room, like 5 minutes later, I was already up, had the things off my face, and told her, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I told her, I'll pay you for your time. If that's an issue, she wouldn't let me. But I take a spoolie, and I slightly just kind of curve it to the way my lashes are. And I will take it after I do my mascara, and I'll lay it on top and then slowly twist it. And what that does is it really helps, especially on this side. This side does not want to curl. And it's almost like, have you ever blow dried your hair with a round brush? It does the same kind of thing as it's drying. And you don't want to do it a super bunch because you don't want to take off the mascara you just put on. That's why if you see I'm doing it very light, which I've done a little too much on this eye. Or the other thing I do quite a bit is I'll take my finger and I'll just blink my eyes a couple times or kind of hold my lash up like this. Let's see how that curled it up. I'm not putting a whole lot of pressure on, you see, nothing really comes off. I do it once it's dry. So this one got a little tiny bit, but not much. That's it. And I don't have a setting spray, a new setting spray to try. Do we have a new lip color? I got, these have been around for a while. These are Lorac. These are the Pirates of the Caribbean, which I love Pirates of the Caribbean, anything. These have a lipstick in one side, and they have these really cool, they're almost like the Steel of Magnificent Metals, but for your lips. It's a gloss. Isn't that pretty? Let me show you this one. This one's a real pretty one. And then it just has this nude color underneath. Let's try that one today. And you can wear them by themselves. They're very creamy lipsticks. One thing I like is they are super, super pointy. I hate using lip liners. I don't know. I always not liked it. I like to take my lipstick and do what the pointed part's made for. Line my lip with it. That is so pretty. And you can take, it's a thick, if you like thick lip glosses, you'll like this. I'm just going to take a little bit. You're probably not even going to notice it there. Right on the center. I do want to show you what this looks like though, without the, I'll show you without the lipstick. I just want to show you what this looks like in the light. This is so pretty. Let me get it on there. Oh, I put it on and wiped it right back off. Here we go. There's the color right there, but look at the shine in that. Is that not pretty? You can see it's got pretty big glitters in it. That's the only thing. It can be a little chunky on your lips, but not too bad. It's got a pink, kind of a pink glitter to it, and that's why I picked to do it with this. That has a little tiny pink glitters in it, and this is more of a, I'll show you this one. This is more of a, kind of a nude, like pearlescent type gloss. There you go. Kind of get that idea. The other one had glitter in it, and this one is, I think all of these are a basic nude color, just a little bit. Oh no, this one's more of a brown. Here's that color right there. There's that color. That's gorgeous. That's what that looks like. And while I have it on my hand, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like with this over it. And you take the gloss, and you want to kind of put that on there. Do it with my finger. It'll show up a little better. There you go. Not pretty. Just kind of show you that one. Let me go into this other color, and I want to see. Now I'm dying to see what it looks like on top of there. This is the color I have on. I'm going to do that down here. And then I'm going to show you this gloss that I just showed you with the pink glitters in it. I'm going to show you on top of both. It's hard to put it on without like mixing it too much, you know. And this, it doesn't want to come out very well at all. There we go. Show you on top of the other one. There we go. It's so much better when you kind of dab it on. You get a little better payoff with it. I got a mess on my hand, but you'll see the darker brown right there with the glittery kind of look and the lighter brown. They're pretty. They're very pretty. And I haven't, this is the first time I've really like worn them, where I paid attention too much. I haven't noticed that I've had to put them on too terribly much. It is a lipstick, not like a lip paint or like a matte lipstick that's gonna dry down and stay. This is a lipstick. It's very creamy, very moist, and I mean, you'll have to reapply it. I'm gonna go ahead and spray with my favorite, the Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. I like this so much because it does give, it helps to make your makeup last, but it does give a nice kind of dewy look to it. Not too dewy, but not I guess like a satiny look. See, it gives you kind of a satiny look. It's a little damp on the side still. This side is dry. But see, it gives it a lot of life. I am liking this foundation. I think my suggestion, I know it's a little expensive, but my suggestion would be to, if you can afford to get both and mix them, or if you can't get both, I would highly suggest to get their matte foundation and mix it with your, I really like their hydrating. I would suggest get their hydrating and mix it with a matte foundation that you already have. I like them mixed. I wasn't real happy with them apart. I thought that the matte was just too, it was too matte. It did have that little satiny to it, but I didn't like how it oxidized so bad. As far as wearing, if you guys pay attention and you guys are on my Snapchat, which a few of you guys asked, I thought it was in the information box, but for some reason it didn't update. Oh God, I just love this stuff. It didn't update, so you'll have to just bear with me. On my last video, I put it up, and it is Gen VHV. V is in Victor, H is in Hotel, V is in Victor. Gen VHV. And you can find me on my Snapchat. I did put a link on my last video in the comment box. I pinned one. But that is the Tarte foundation, and I hope you enjoyed. I really hope that in the future that companies really pay a little more attention and don't rush so much. I didn't spend an entirely ton amount of time talking about the foundation and whatnot, and with the way I did it, you know, mixing them together, and I did that kind of purposely. I don't want to say half-assed, but I did kind of rush through it. I feel Tarte kind of rushed through making it, so I rushed through reviewing it. Touche. Anyway, oh, I have still some more things that I wanted to try out, some first impressions. I'm putting together another video. I'm also putting together the other video I had talked about. I've ordered stuff over the last couple months. I'm still waiting for stuff to get here, so hopefully it will be here soon. And I am going to be having a giveaway probably in my next video. Let me know in the comments below if you have anything that you would like to see reviewed, or what are your holy grail items? What is your #1 holy grail item that you would like to have if money was not an object with makeup? What is your #1 makeup item if it didn't matter how much it was or anything, it just was going to poof be in front of you? What would you want? Think about that. Let me know below. I'll see you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.